Hey, welcome back to Dukes on Twitch. We are back with match 4 on BUG Zenith. Currently on the draw against Sora1248. This is an interesting one. I think this hand is more than fine. Having the other Brainstorm's really nice, so I'm going to keep this. Quite a good hand against the fair decks with these two cards, so hopefully we are up against a fair matchup. Tundra. Aether Vial, okay. This could be something like the new blue-white taxes or Esper taxes. So I think here I'm happy to go fetch land pass. I don't want to get wastelanded turn 1. To be fair, this could also be something like Cephalid Breakfast, which hasn't seen a lot of play recently, but there was a recent article that came out about, I think it was Javier Dominguez. Another Vial, okay. This is interesting. I think holding up Decay is fine, and then we also hold up Ice-Fang Coatl and Brainstorm. So we can play in our opponent's turn, which is nice. No play from the Aether Vial either. Brainstorm is okay. Double Tundra. Okay. Let's fetch here for a snow-covered forest and just play an Ice-Fang Coatl. Borrower was pretty interesting. Hierarch. I think Dryad Arbor, swing for 1 and just hold up Decay, Brazen Borrower, and Brainstorm is fine. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. Vial going to 3 is interesting. Maybe some sort of Recruiter of the Guard deck. Vial on 3. Ugh. Kind of scary, but this is going to resolve. It was Recruiter. Okay. I believe this is going to be Cephalid Breakfast. Okay. Sure. So I believe in response to this, I have to kill the this creature. So what happens is, for 0, you can activate this and deal 1 damage to target creature. And I believe what you can do is just hold priority between them, dealing 1 to it and putting the top 3 cards of your library into the graveyard. So let's go for Decay here on Illusion. Now this is a soldier and this is a soldier, so Plague Engineer is going to be pretty nice. See what they name with this. Force of Will. Okay. Well, we have no force. Wow, they had a second one. Interesting. I guess we just 6 here. Then I can start looking at more of their cards. So it plays Narcomoeba. I wonder if it does play Thassa's Oracle. Okay. Interesting. Once Upon a Time as well, very cool. Stoneforge Mystic. I'm assuming it plays Batterskull then. There's probably no real hindrance to the deck construction. If you're playing Stoneforge, you might as well play Batterskull. Okay. Cool deck. Cool deck. Kind of sucks to get taken out, but that is Magic sometimes. And they had Thassa's Oracle. Alright. This is interesting. I think Veil, Fatal Push, Collector Ouphe, Flusterstorm are all good. Pithing Needle's interesting. Questing Beast can probably come out. Courser can come out. Decays are fine. Goyf is probably still fine. I guess Green Suns is okay as a 4-off because I want to probably get to Collector Ouphe pretty quickly. Oko is still pretty good. We can probably drop out Karakas. None of their creatures are legendary, so pretty happy to drop that. Uro is probably a little bit late as well, unfortunately. Scavenging Ooze seems great. Tarmogoyf seems great. It's just an early clock. Jace is interesting. I think Jace is fine. Leovold's also interesting. I think Leo as a 2-of is fine. Can probably drop something like the Goose. And then 2 more cards. Leyline's interesting because they do have somewhat of a graveyard deck. I think the other push is fine. Force of Negation seems great. Might go down on 1 Oko. Even Ice-Fang. Maybe this is fine. I think everything else has its kind of merits. The Astrolabe probably isn't needed as well. Maybe the Goose is better than Astrolabe. Because of our mana without Karakas, it isn't too bad. See how this goes. And if there is a game 3, hopefully we can just see a few more cards and have a little bit of a better start. This hand is pretty good. We have a turn 2 Collector Ouphe, which is nice. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to lead with Misty. Maybe I'll lead with Delta. Maybe the Misty's going to get Trop. I kind of want access to all my colors, though. I don't really care about the Death Touch. So let's just go Misty past. Nothing from my opponent. Okay. Underground Sea. I think Ouphe is just a little bit better here. Because it deals 2 a turn instead of just 1 from the Ice-Fang, so it's a bit of a faster clock. Brainstorm's fine. Deck pre-board most likely doesn't have days. I assume they run some number of days. Force of Will's a pretty big card as well, but see how much they care about this. They don't. A little less good when they don't start in a vial, but still okay. Swords is interesting. How much of the deck does this turn off? It turns off Aether Vial, which obviously isn't as great now. Turns off Shuko as well. I wonder if this is kind of a bait spell. I don't mind forcing here, and then next turn we can play Engineer, which also turns off Soldier. How much do I care about Ouphe? They're swordsing it, I kind of care about it. They could have Veil here, that would be pretty rough. Brainstorm's okay. They know about the top 2 cards? Because of the Brainstorm on the previous turn? Oh, they fetch though, my bad. Alright, just a pass. Green Suns, interesting. I don't mind Delta, attack, and then just hold up Ice-Fang. I guess we could also just lose next turn if they have both the 1-drop Nomad and Illusionist. So maybe here I do want to just fetch up a Trop and cast this Plague Engineer on Soldier. I think that's the correct name. Cabal Therapy, okay. We don't have a force. And just a pass, okay. Interesting. Verdant's nice. I'm going to fetch here and just try to Green Suns for Leovold. I like the swords in response to Green Suns because although we're Green Suns for 3, we could be getting something like Sylvan Safekeeper that my opponent doesn't know about. And of course they can't really swords after the Safekeeper's in play. I'd love to see my opponent cast Cabal Therapy, Leovold trigger, and then just draw another Ice-Fang Coatl. That would be pretty funny. Hopefully not. They do know about the Ice-Fang in hand, so. They have an Underground Sea. Whew. There's Stoneforge. It's part 1. Shuko, okay. Shuko is okay. Interesting, no Cabal Therapy. Abrupt Decay. Decay's pretty nice. I think we can definitely attack first. Play Ice-Fang and then hold up Abrupt Decay. Decay. If they name Decay, that's next level. Force of Will, okay. So luckily we have Force of Negation. We can't cast it yet, but we'll see how this plays out. True Name. Okay. True Name is pretty good. Swords, yes. Interesting, we can force this, which I don't mind. We could also try to brainstorm into something else that we want to throw away, but I think this is okay. Borrower. Okay. That's nice, because now we have Borrower up and Abrupt Decay. So let's attack for 1 in the air. Next turn 4 in the air if the Brazen Borrower resolves. We have a 2-turn clock. Plague Engineer. Interesting. If they're naming Snake, we could bounce the Ice-Fang Coatl in response to this. And opponent controls. Okay, so we can't. This is going to be fine. Alright. Interesting. Because now we can race them pretty well. If we go Brazen Borrower. Untap. Draw. Fatal Push. Okay. I wonder if Leyline is actually worth it or not. We saw True Name as well, which is pretty interesting. Click actually doesn't seem too bad as well. If we're bringing in Leylines, maybe we don't need the Scavenging Ooze. If they're on True Name... I don't mind dropping down on Decays if we're turning off the ability for them to combo off with that. I guess it doesn't really matter because they're probably just going for... I guess it turns off Dread Return and also turns off Cabal Therapy, which I think is worth it. Cabal Therapy is just so good. So is Veil of Summer. Maybe it's not worth it. I don't mind just running this back. I don't think that Leyline is completely necessary, especially if they've moved towards a mid-range kind of build with True Name Nemesis, and probably even brought in something like Jide from the board. They also have Swords to Plowshares. I think this is going to be fine. Sounds pretty nice. Force of Will, Pithing Needle for Aether Vial is really nice. Force of Will, Brainstorm, and Ice-Fang Coatl. We'll keep this. Opponent down to 5 as well. Down to 6, sorry. Ponder's fine. Maybe then I want to keep the Pithing Needle for now. I don't really want to see it dazed. And if they don't play Vial and play something else, I might want to name something else with Pithing Needle. So although it's a 1-drop, it might just not be a turn 1 play. Another Ice-Fang. I'm just going to go for Snow-Covered Island pass. Trop's interesting as well because it might showcase we have something like Veil. I don't mind Trop pass. I think I'm okay with this resolving because we have the needle. Scary though. Nomad Zenkor. True Name, I'm going to force. I probably don't have a great way to deal with it otherwise. We do have Playing Engineer, but I think I'm happy forcing this, pitching probably an Ice-Fang. I could also Brainstorm here if I wish. I don't mind Brainstorm because if we Brainstorm into Plague Engineer, that might be what I want to cast and then actually protect that with Force of Will. Put on top. Put on top. Force this, pitching an Ice-Fang. I think Brainstorm's just a little bit better than Ice-Fang. I guess we could go for like Collector Ouphe here because if they have Shuko and Cephalid Illusionist, I believe that also does it. True Name. Okay. Brainstorm first. Plague Engineer is perfect. Put on top. Put on top. Now I don't mind just play a land and pass turn with Ice-Fang up and Veil. And then hopefully next time we can play Plague Engineer without actually being hit by something like Force of Will. This is fine. Another tree name would be really nice. Recruiter. Okay. Probably finding Stoneforge Mystic. I can only assume. Another true name. Interesting. Well, let's definitely fetch. We'll go and get a basic swamp. And play this Ice-Fang Coatl. Sylvan Library is pretty nice. Green Suns. I'm gonna name Rogue. Maybe there's another Rogue in the deck that we don't know about. And then I'm just gonna hold up the Veil. I could actually attack with the Ice-Fang Coatl. That's actually a misplay there. So that's one life we miss out on. Yes. Yes. I don't think I want to cycle the Veil here. I probably want to keep it. Delta. I think Library into Veil is fine here. Very interesting. We can Veil in response to a bounce if needed. Let this resolve. Hopefully it ticks down and we can Veil in response to them touching the Pithing Needle. Oh no! Oh my gosh. Oh, we can't do it, of course, because Teferi, you have to do it in response to Teferi. That's brutal. I didn't even think of that. That's just a mind blank. Rough. I wanted to make them tick down so we could attack next turn for the Ice-Fang into it, but of course that does nothing. Rough. Yeah, that's a huge misplay, and that is the game, I believe. Rough. Real rough. Yeah. Oh, that's tough. That's a tough loss, but that's a great reason to read your opponent's cards. I mean, I played against Teferi a bunch of times. I obviously know that you can only play at sorcery speed, so that's a mistake that I hopefully will never make again, and just something that I have to learn on and take on the chin. Nice, putting Thassa's Oracle in the bin, and then they can get it back with Dread Return. Yep. Rough. Rough, just one little play. That's a tough bullet to bite. Oh, I can't say good games? Okay. Well, that was game 4. We'll come back to game